On the banks of the Mississippi River, home to the king of rock and roll and also the Memphis Tigers, where the fans have moved the party from Beale Street and are ready for kickoff. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Clemson Tigers taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Memphis Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Memphis will kick it off to get us underway. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Clemson's offense will take the first swing of the game. And as the game evolves into an aerial circus, sometimes you find a superstar running back like this guy.
And when you got this guy, you ride this guy. You give him the ball, you run the football, you find ways to continue to feed him because he just gets stronger and better as the game goes on.
A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain. The Tigers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to fire on second down. Setting up the screen. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. Plows through the defense. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off with?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you've got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
Off play action on first down. Fires toward the end zone. Intercepted. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
On first down, here comes this offense. The hand to the running back. On the move at the 30. Open runway ahead. He's at the 40. At the 20. Touchdown Tigers. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contend this offense.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They go to the ground. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31. Clemson jumps to the line. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Coming after it. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. How about that alert play from the defense to corral that fumble? Touchdown, Tigers! The defense takes matters into their own hands. And the extra point makes it 14-0.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They are pinned deep, and this crowd is letting them have it. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Finds his tight end. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know, a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a big play. Didn't get any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller's going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. Bringing out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets it away from his own end zone. He's got great speed, and the returner will be dragged down. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
It's complete on the right side. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking to go up top on first down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. If you plan to deal with the Tigers, you better be able to handle their defensive front. They have a whole legacy of this dating back to the fridge, William Perry.
Big old legacy, and it seems like every year they rotate so many guys that are so highly recruited, so good. Just great players. They're always big and strong and fast and physical, and they get after your quarterback.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
The back goes in motion. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. The completion well past the sticks. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone. They'll run it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Heading to the end zone. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Memphis. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the returner will be knocked down. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that's...
Got a lot of running room. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. That's the end of the quarter, and Memphis has the lead. And that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. On 2nd down, wants to throw. He looks that one in nicely. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Clemson is quick to the line. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2. 6 plays brought them here. Now number 7 on 3rd and goal. Looking to scramble. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. On 4th and goal, no thought of the field goal. They'll go for the touchdown. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Clemson. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half when you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Going for the big play. Makes the catch along the left sideline, and that is a big pickup.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Floating away. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
This defense needed something to go right. Man, they're down big already in the first half. Get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. This could start some momentum going back the other direction.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Robbins. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Touchdown, Memphis! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Clemson. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively they're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of the defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quick.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. To the ground with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good and build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be a second time they've had to kick it away. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They'll try it over the left side. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
Hold it.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Looking for a productive play on first down. Power football with the run. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game, running the football.
Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Quarterback extends the play. He fires it out to the right. And he's got it inside the 20. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Memphis now operating in the red zone. Running back searching for a hole. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. A little screen to the running back. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Looking to throw. Catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
To the air on first down. Got it set up on the outside. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Quickly out to the tight end. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. That last completion sets him up on second down. He's looking to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And this veteran quarterback just overshot his man that time.
Well, the quarterback led his target too much in that outrageous route. I think in the future, just trying to put it on his front shoulder makes it a lot easier to make the catch.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And that ball is picked off.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Looking to move it through the air. He's moving out of the pocket. He'll pull it down. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a first down.
1st and 10, the whole menu open. You can run the football, you can do whatever you want. You can tell they call a pass. He does a really good job in the pocket, just being a great athlete. Scramble outside, go get another first down.
Running toward the tape. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Takes a snap, wants to throw. He caught it. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They'll go with a direct snap. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tiger.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
42, Clemson, 7.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll be able to snap it one more time. Let's see how aggressive they are on 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. There's a live football. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. He's looking to throw it. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. The end of a very intriguing first 2 quarters of football in Memphis. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium.
Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. They'll keep it on the ground to start the 2nd half. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
He's out past the 35. The expressway is wide open. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. That last big play has them in position to threaten here. 1st and 10 from the 37. Dances away from 1. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Tigers! And the beatdown has ensued. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Kicking team's got it.
Man, this kickoff unit, they've got heat-seeking missiles running down the field with bad intentions. They hit that return man with authority, and that's what popped the ball loose.
Memphis heads to the line with a 1st and goal. He'll set up to throw. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
They'll try to pound their way in. Touchdown, Memphis! And the pummeling has started.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Give to the back. Fighting off the defender.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
Out of the gun to give to the back. At the 40, there he goes. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. He's got him in the flat. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. And he goes down after making the grab. Picks up a few, but still short of the 1st down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up. These guys...
He uncorks one deep. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to the counter play. Still running at the 40. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a 1st down.
And they say a quarterback's best friend is a good run game and a good running back. I think he agrees. Over 150 yards on the day. I don't even think I need a quarterback the way he's...
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Well, this offense giveth, and then it turned around and giveth it back.
And I think a bunch of people are going to go, why don't they just turn around and hand the ball off? I'm not going to hand the ball off every single play. I understand.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. He's looking downfield to throw. They're bringing heat. Hit as he throws. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, it looks like the offense was able to recover it.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumbled.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Let's see if they can get out of their own way on 2nd and long from the 8. Going with the ground game left. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They tried to run the counter, but absolutely nothing doing.
And those counter plays take a little longer to develop sometimes. You're usually pulling 1 or 2 guys, and that penetration in the backfield can kill you can get to the running back before he gets started.
And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He wants to throw. He makes the connection. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
That's the end of the quarter, and Memphis has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Firing to the right, complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Back to the air one more time. What a snag by the defense. Looking for more room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Line gets set, first down. He's going to pass. Throws toward the end zone. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the misfire, now on second down. They'll try the counter. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
All right, they've shown this formation a lot of times, especially in the first half. Now what do? They show the formation, pull some guys and run a counter backside. Beautiful play design. Way to adjust in the second half.
And obviously, this is one of the best offenses in the country, and it's because they get first downs. Top 10 in the nation picking up first downs. How nice is it to know you can turn around, hand it off to that guy right there, and let him go to work.
Got his man on the outside, and he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Touchdown, Memphis! And the stomping has commenced. They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
This has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
How about this defense? No mercy. Like, listen, I know we're up big, but they are still hunting, still flying around, still chasing, still making life really miserable for this offense.
Encroachment, defense.
Defense a little too eager. That's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. You'll take any help you can get with that penalty yardage, but it's still third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Clemson will send the punt team out. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He gets a block. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting...
He's off to the races. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Memphis. And the route is on. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Florida Atlantic was able to come away with a hard-fought victory in Boca. It wasn't one coaches will point to the rest of the way as a perfect 60 minutes of ball, but it is a step in the right direction. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that...
And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
On second down, looking again to throw. He's got an open man. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
The throw. Grabs it in the middle. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. The Tigers getting set on 1st and 10. He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty.
False start. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. They'll go to the air. Starting to feel a little pressure. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. On the run, still looking. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
And this is why offenses are so hard to stop. When you have such great playmakers at the quarterback spot. 3rd down, if people are covered, what can he do? Take off, scramble, and now set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. And the quarterback pulled up 2 and sacked at the 12.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really give them.
And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. You could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another.
And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Right down the boulevard, it's good. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played.
Going up top. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, he'll fire. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but, like, let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but, like, let's live in this moment and try to be great.
He's loose. He's at the 10. And they're going to score again. Yet another. Just add to their total. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Memphis 77, Clemson 10.
Going for the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. At this point, it really hasn't been your best day. Just try to find something to build on here at the end, David.
Yeah, just try to keep fighting. Show your kids you're going to keep fighting. Keep throwing the football. Try to get some points up. Palmer, points have been at a premium. They haven't scored very much, but keep fighting, man.
Yeah, and just, try to find things to build off of for next week as well, right? I mean, it's all about continuing to improve week in and week out. So whether that's identifying playmakers or just seeing what you can come up with here at the end of this game and not quitting.
When you know you have a team out